Hey everybody, welcome to Jim Reads Too Slow. I, of course, am Jim, and it's been a while, hasn't it? But I'm here to make an announcement video. November is fast approaching, and with it comes New Worlds November. New Worlds November is a science fiction reading event created by Scott and Becky over at the Bookish Bryants. And it is meant to encourage the reading of shorter science fiction works, shorter being 250 pages or less. So let's read some science fiction. This year, there are 13 hosts, and I get to be one of them, which is a real treat for me. The 13 are the Bookish Bryants, of course, Steve Donoghue, Shawn D Standfast, Michael K. Vaughan, the Bookclectic, Another Bibliophile Reads, Book Time with Elvis, Unlimited Reads, Science Fiction Reads, The Rambling Reviewer, Read by Fred, and Books, Songs, and Other Magic. So some great hosts there. So there are, for New Worlds November, there are 4 themes. Week 1 is terrestrial, and that's science fiction stories that take place on Earth, of course. Week 2 is extraterrestrial, which would be stories that take place anywhere but Earth. Week 3 is classic. Now, these are stories written before 1965. And then week 4 is robots and AI, which is always a popular theme. Now, along with these 4 weekly themes, there are several sub-themes, or Becky refers to it as a scavenger hunt. As we read in one theme, we're going to look for some of these other sub-themes in our stories. And they are alien archaeology, alien romance, translated works, alternate worlds or alternate dimensions, the far future, war and military, genre crossing, time travel, invasion stories, humorous stories, stories that feature politics, and stories that feature libraries or books. So those are the sub-themes. Now, along with all of that, there is a kind of an extra credit, visit to a parallel universe, as it is being called, which is to read a story and then experience that story in some other medium, a movie adaptation, TV, a radio play, graphic novel, just some other medium. So I plan on reading mostly short stories during the month. I picked this up at a Goodwill. This is Isaac Asimov Presents The Great Science Fiction Stories, Volume 3, which is 1941. There's some great stories in here. I also have several single author collections. Got Larry Niven, and of course, Bloodchild by Octavia Butler. I have, some Gene Wolfe. And of course, I just bought this, The Science Fiction Century. This is a book published by Tor and edited by David G. Hartwell. There's a ton of stories in this, which hopefully are going to be all just super good. So I don't think I'm going to have any trouble finding stories that fit the themes, or maybe even, I might find a few stories that fit some of the sub-themes as well. I almost forgot to mention, I've got a small but growing stack of Asimov's analog, some fantasy and science fiction magazines. Like I said, small, but it's growing. And look at this guy. I picked this up at a small bookstore here in town. It's the 20th anniversary edition of the fantasy and science fiction magazine from October of 1969. And there's a sticker on there, 99 cents. That's what I paid for it. And look at these authors: Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, Theodore Sturgeon, Brian Aldiss, Philip K. Dick, Larry Niven, Robert Bloch, Harlan Ellison, and Roger Zelazny all have stories in this little guy. So yeah, I don't believe that I'm going to have any trouble finding stories. So yeah. Um, but this event also coincides with Howl for the Holidays, an event that was created by Brandy over at the Bookclectic. And Howl for the Holidays features 3 months, November, December, and January, of reading stories and books by Hal Clement, a science fiction writer who I can't really say that I've ever read. So this is a good chance. So I intend to read stories in his The Best of Hal Clement short story collection, as well as possibly Mission of Gravity, which is a short book, a short novel during November. So other than that, I'm just going to play it by ear and kind of read the stories that I can find as they come along. So I don't really have a TBR set. So, but that's New Worlds November. So read along with us, and let me know what you're reading. And I guess that'll do it. So until next time, have a good one, BookTube.